What is up, guys? This is Team Ubermensch, and today we are doing a deck profile on...
Devin Rucker.
Yep, on which clan, sir?
We're doing Gold Paladin Liberator today.
And what happened today, bro? I hear you topped.
Yeah, I made top 8, but I lost to Glendios, who actually ended up being the person who won the tournament.
Yeah, undefeated over here, bro. Our man Chase, also a Narukami player. The guy went...
AKA Team.
Alright, so, begin?
The particular start I chose was the new one, you're in Liberator Own. When you have a great Liberator Vanguard, you put them into the soul, and you search for a Blasphemy Liberator and put them on top of your deck.
How's he been working so far?
He's actually been pretty well. He won me a game that I had against a Liberator player, another Liberator player actually. After I cross-break road into Zenith, I put him on the top, and that way I knew I was going to automatically have at least a 19k plus column after my superior goal.
Not bad. How have you been feeling about running a Trumpeter just to make Alfred bigger when you use his skill? And that way you build some more soul. I was trying him out in my Liberator deck. We're doing our friend Devin's Liberator deck. He's a fellow Gold Paladin player, and he's been asking me, what to run. And I didn't go with Liberators today. I ended up going with Reverse, which we'll be doing the deck profile real soon, guys. But can you, sir?
I thought about Trumpeter. The thing I honestly felt about it was, at least in regards to I'm doing the same thing and building my soul, but I'm also getting a better superior call in regard. I'm actually getting something I want to my field. It leaves my superior call by Alfred. Sure with Alfred and Liberator, you're getting a big swing with the Vanguard, but even then it's still just 1 damage by itself. At least in regards to the ultimate break, where you have 5 damage, like so to speak, and you use you call Blaster Blade, it has a crit.
Yeah.
It makes it a lot bigger threat to guard.
Not bad. Alright. So let's see your lineup, bro.
Alright. The grade 3 lineup, well, I gotta admit, was a little weird.
Yeah, it was. I was helping him out with a grade 3 lineup, but sadly he was missing 1 card. Show us.
Of course.
3 break ride.
3 break rides.
3 Ganslots. Why are we running 3 Ganslots?
Well, break ride in particular, I felt I should be better off using in this type of deck, since this is still a cross-ride format and everyone's running a 13k Vanguard at least.
Yeah, and he'll always swing for 13 at least.
Yeah, he'll be costing 13 by himself, or if I have Arm as my rear guard, he's swinging for 18, which is still a cross-ride number, so to speak. Of course, we have two Zeniths. I thought about having 3 going to the tournament, but then I felt it'd probably be better if I want to at least try that particular tech, which I'll go over pretty soon actually.
All right.
After that, 2 Alfreds, who he did what he's supposed to do. Honestly, I can't
Fight Link Joker.
I can't stress enough about this card, honestly. It's like, granted,
we've been waiting for this card for so long. He does what Garmor does, but better, and Ezel. Scissors.
And more consistently, honest.
Yeah, his only problem is it's Counterblast 3, but at the same time, it's worth it.
I mean, even with the Counterblast 3 though, it's not a steep a cost in regard to the support that the deck also has.
Yes, it does. The new support is amazing for Liberators, and they'll be getting a better support once Size 16 comes out. But continue with you're missing 1 more grade 3, sir. What's going on here?
Actually, this is the card. It's like, I know people are gonna laugh at it, but honestly, it won me some games today, honestly. And that's, I teched in the Liberator Holy Shot Dagger. For those who don't know what he does,
Limit break 4.
Limit break 4 at the end of my turn. I choose the grade 3 for my soul. I ride on top of that unit, and then I call a Holy Shot Dagger from my soul back to my hand. In case, so some people are wondering why I had the 3 break rides, this is why. Particularly because when I'm at 4 damage and I have Holy Shot in my hand, I break right over Gansalot. Gansalot still goes off to get the 5k power. But also, for 1 Counterblast, he's superior because he's from the top of the deck as well.
It's not bad. He does what old Alfred does, but freer.
Yes. It's the same thing, just 1 less Counterblast. But then at the end of that turn, go right back to my hand.
And then you can just break right every turn. That way, every turn you apply pressure to your opponent.
Exactly. And then sure, since this Counterblast skill is an on-call skill, I can choose not to activate it, or if I want to activate it.
Yeah.
And if I'm already having my 3 rear guard boosters, the chances are I probably won't really need the skill.
Grade 2 lineup, sir?
Grade 2 lineup was sort of standard in regards to a Blaster Blade theme build.
4 Fallons.
4 Fallons because that's just the way. That's just Fallon, 12K.
You need 12K attackers. Everyone's a cross right. You just swing for the right numbers.
And which he did today. The 4 Blaster Blades.
Blaster Blade. Liberator.
This is actually a last minute call in regards to using him. Because prior to this, thanks like Brian, he had prior to me even picking this stuff up, he recommended I tried out the 2 Galaxies only because of the matches I was expecting, particularly Bermuda and Blau, because they love hitting early game rear guards.
Yes, they really do.
At least a 10K vanilla would keep me safe in regards to saying
Mars restanding, the red hair girl with Bermuda Triangle getting that free card from their deck. It really I play Galantine just because of my favorite matchups in tournament, and not only that, I only run him at 2. And he's just there just for those certain matchups. But
that's true. But even then, calling him with Zenith, for example, he's 20K. He's a 20K attacker by himself.
Yeah, so it's not that bad. He's not a bad rear guard. And then if your opponent's still running a 10K Vanguard, that's a 10-5, bro.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But one thing that actually ended up happening, I don't really consider a negative, so to speak, but I ended up having more grade 2s in my hand than I kind of anticipated. So I was at least able to always have at least one Blaster Blade in deck for arm skill to go.
Yeah.
And of course, the last of it being the 3 star calls.
Yes, he replaced Scratch. He's so much freer.
I personally believe she's I know people say she's good, but I really feel she's underrated because there were times when during the tournament, I just need a quick shuffle on my deck. Like my trigger game on some matches was just really bad.
In this game, shuffling your deck actually makes a huge difference because sometimes, like I would use a grade 3 searcher. Sometimes, even if I don't get the grade 3, it just means I shuffle my deck. Because I look at the top 5, I'm like, grade 1, grade 2, grade 2, grade 2, grade 2. Where are my traders? Okay, they're on the bottom. I'm shuffling this.
And even then, actually, so to speak, in regarding one of my last matchups. She got me that one tech holy shot. I mean, sure it's by itself at the same time. It's still an 11K attacker I can have as early as turn 2, which is exactly what she did.
Don't worry, I'm ready. I have
grade 1 lineup?
Yep. Wait, is that first breakfast or first slam?
First breakfast.
Okay, that might be tacos. What? That's the one right over there.
The guy with the big chin.
The kid with the huge chin in the afro.
Wow.
That chin is huge.
It's not a chin, it's a demon.
3 Brunos?
Yeah, I think I had thought about 4 at first, but after a really long,
He just combos really well with Zenith.
he does come.
Not Zenith, Zenith and also with Alfred.
But the best thing about set 15 was also set 15 for this deck was also the worst. There were so many good grade 3s that actually become even better. Bruno being one of the premier grade 1s for this deck.
He
just got so much better.
It's like Bruno will never get replaced. Even when we get Legion, you still have to run Bruno at 3 or 4. Because he's a really good rear guard.
And 3 balance.
Oh, so good.
This was honestly one of the most questionable things I did because I felt sorry. Prior to the tournament, I'm like, I should probably run 4 of these. And then I thought about it, the rest of my grade 3 lineup. I'm like,
The grade 1 lineup.
I think the rest of my grade 1 lineup, I'm figuring.
The grade 1 lineup in this deck is very tight because we have some of the best grade 1s in the whole game. When you look at the deck.
Yes. And it's like I wanted 4, but at the same time I'm like I'm better off at least keeping the balance because between Bruno's superior card, which won me a Liberator mirror match earlier, as well as Balin unflipping my damage when I needed it, it really came in. Now regarding my text, Marco Liberator.
So good with Blaster Blade.
He is.
He's just there good, and then in case you know with your hand you have a grade 1 and him and Blaster Blade, you pretty much ride a grade 1 and you move your grade 0 to the side, and then you put him behind him, and then when you ride Blaster Blade, your opponent's forced to guard and if not, you get a free unit, which is not bad. And you look at the top 3.
You're checking the top 3 for one thing, which is upping your chances of getting
Something good.
particularly like hopefully an interceptor, a grade 3 that's out of your deck. That way you have less chance of drawing into it. He did his job today though, even though I only run 2 of them.
Yeah.
Now, Sentinel lineup, I went three perfect, got one quintet wall. Now, the one fear I had with the quintet wall before I started the tournament was that I might deck out with Alfred.
Yes. Did it ever came up or?
It came up and it actually saved me in regarding my Revengers matchup. But the only thing was it still ended up losing that matchup anyway because it was just advantage-wise in regarding to Maka as well as Judge Dot. It just got too much before I could actually get going.
You don't feel like she's you know, since your deck's so cannon blast heavy that you really need her?
I mean, she's not an overall need, honestly. And like you could be better off running 4 perfect guard than you'd be just fine, considering the other card I have in my hand. But I just felt she could at least still do her job just as well, since I'm still technically counterbalanced for free, since I have balance to unflip things right now.
All right.
The last card
finally
was from set 15, which honestly was a godsend.
Oh yes, it's so good. It's like an extra free perfect guard. Oh. Guys, you don't understand. This grade 1 is amazing. If you're not fighting Link Joker, your opponent, you can just do this and tell your opponent no pass.
And for those who don't know, she counterblasts 1 when she's placed on the Guardian Circle. You pay the cost if you do. She gets 5,000 shield for all of the gold pile in the rear guards. So she basically becomes a 30k shield by herself. And if you're Alfred, that's 41, and if you're Cross-Ride Zenda, that's 43. Which is
that's a no pass right there. Very few decks can really hit for those high numbers unless they're like something like Kagero.
Yeah, but even Kagero can have it. The only thing regarding Kagero, which I was surprised I didn't play against during the tournament, I don't really know if they can actually, if it's not Dauntless or Vague, or
Rebirth.
I guess you could say Rebirth now. They probably have a rough time getting over it as well. Of course, since they resend this as much as say Block Blue could do, if not more, it'd be good to kill off one attack, but it probably still won't kill off the rest of it.
All right, so let's see what your trigger lineup. What is it?
Trigger lineup regarding Liberators, at least this particular deck, I actually did a pretty standard.
What? 4 draws, 8 crits, and 4 heals.
4 draws, 4 heals.
Oh, you're running the dog? I hate the dog.
Honestly,
But she's so pretty.
You're so cute.
I can't wait to replace you with a new crit coming out. Blue Flames.
Everybody can't wait to replace him.
But I'm still gonna use him with when we get Blue Flames. I'm not using that bunny girl.
I don't know. I might use him. I might do too.
I don't like the bunny.
I don't know. For some reason, I just like running most even though it's the same thing, I might have an alternate.
But I can't wait for the new heal trigger. That thing is gonna be really pretty. But yeah, keeping it standard. That's because you don't want to run because this is a deck that spells are counterblast, so you can't really afford to run the old triggers.
Exactly.
And until we get the next trial deck where we get new sets of crits and draws, then we're pretty much stuck with these. But it's not bad, the standard lineup.
I mean, standard lineup, it did well.
It does what it's supposed to do. It keeps you from getting the cards. Draws are there just to get some advantage, and the crits are there just to get early advantage and then heal because you need a heal.
Yeah.
But
I mean, this is one deck I just run 4 heals in. If I'm running a deck like Lao, which I run 3 heals in actually. Like some people thinking, why are you running 3 heals? In my mind,
sometimes you might heal at a limit break, and that sucks. Because that's a problem with also Raging Form. But all right, guys, this was the Liberator deck profile. Hope you guys like, subscribe, and we're signing out.